I don't want to do this.
Welcome to the CouncilCast. This is episode 86, being recorded on July 9th, 2019. The council is now in session, and as with every week, we'll make arbitrary decisions about topics on science, technology, and random shit with little background and next to no expertise. All CouncilCast decisions are final and have no bearing on anything whatsoever. So welcome to tonight's episode of the CouncilCast. We apologize for everybody who missed the episode last week. It was a secret hidden episode, and you'll never see it.
Private viewing.
Closed session.
And
VIP.
exactly. If you would like to see the video, though, you can donate money to the CouncilCast by sending your cash to councilcast@gmail.com. We will take it. All right. Well, we're going to start off tonight's episode about NASA's new Dragonfly mission, which apparently drones, and more drones on Mars. Who doesn't want more drones on Mars?
Martians.
This isn't on Mars.
Yes. Oh, you're right. drones on the moon Titan?
There you go.
Kind of piss off Thanos.
I might. I mean, actually, Elon Musk was probably like, "Oh shit, I need to put drones on Mars now."
He's one step behind. She's got one step behind.
So apparently, NASA announced that they're going to make a new mission. Their next big mission to explore the solar system is to go to Titan, which is Saturn's largest moon, and they're going to send these 8 rotor quad octocopters, I guess you could call them, to go fly around on Titan. I'm not really sure why.
Seems like a horrible idea.
Do research, I assume.
Apparently, according to the article, it says during its travels, Dragonfly will make stops to collect samples from compelling regions of Titan. So I'm assuming this would allow them to go a little bit further than like the Curiosity rover did on Mars, which went like what, a mile?
30 miles.
This says that.
Yet.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, I don't know if
The drone will be able to travel at about 20 miles per hour and reach altitudes as high as 2 miles. By the time its baseline mission is complete, the drone will have covered 108 miles, nearly double the distance traveled by all Mars rovers combined.
Nice. I wonder, it says it'll spend 9 years in flight. How are they powering this thing?
What?
How is it going to get powered?
Where does it say 9 years?
Ciphering Saturn's gases.
The same article, or the same paragraph you were reading, but second sentence.
It will spend 9 years in flight, covering 840 million miles before making a 2-hour descent. It's talking about the time to get there.
Oh, well, that's lame.
That's a long time.
It's still a long time to get there.
We're going to be getting old, grainy, outdated style photos back by the time.
How long did it take Curiosity to get there?
To Titan? Well.
Oh, Titan. I was thinking Mars again because of your initial thing. I was like, that's a long time. Okay, whatever.
I think
You're the one who corrected him in the first place.
The little picture looks like Mars to me. Like, this is not how I would picture Titan.
Yes. All dead planets with dust look reddish and orangish because we haven't been there. That's why we're sending drones to take pictures.
Well, it should look different.
Yeah, it's every alien planet that has a desert you land on in a video game looks exactly like that.
Well,
come on, guys.
I vote that it'll look different.
Green
so
sand.
They're now going to launch this in 2026. So we're a few years off. Apparently, it was delayed from 2025 to 2026. So.
Oh, I don't know if I can wait that extra year.
I guess we'll see what happens. Are they sending more than one? Or I mean, this picture has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them here.
It's showing the descent stage.
Or is that in? Okay.
Man, You were just fucking up.
Well, their pictures should be clearer.
I know. It's showing the descent and then like how it will take off and stuff.
Well, why would it need to land if it can fly?
No, I just thought they
Yeah,
were
it
going to
should
land.
just skip the entire landing sequence and just go straight into flying.
Just fly right in through the atmosphere. Gradual descent.
I mean, that's how they do it on Star Trek, so why not?
Yeah. Shuttle approach. Shuttlecraft Enterprise. Shuttlecraft Enterprise.
Shuttle octocopter. I like how they call it a dual quadcopter
Instead of an octocopter.
instead of an octocopter.
I like octocopter better.
Sounds way cooler. Sounds like something that might kill you.
It does.
Or
have
discover life. I don't know.
I have one concern with this whole thing, is that somebody switches from English units to metric units at the wrong time or misses a decimal point, and the thing can't even take off in the atmosphere on Titan.
What if they land there and there's actually no air for the quadcopter, the dual quad octocopter to fly in?
Do you think that's a real possibility?
I don't know. It's going to take 9 years to get there. It might change by then.
I mean, I guess it's possible that you like the thing coming closest to that. It would be like they grossly misjudge the density of the atmosphere, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. That's my. It's either it's the
I don't think
atmosphere's
that's likely though.
Yeah, but come on. We've had bigger errors than this in atmospheric misjudgments.
Okay. Are we not
Like-
supposed to do it because we fucked up before?
I'm just saying that's my only concern.
Oh, well, that's pretty good then. If that's your only concern.
That's my only
We'll go with
like.
Launch still approved. T minus fucking 5 years,
Nope,
That's
7 years.
my only concern.
and it won't even get there until 2034. I'm gonna be dead by then.
I mean, I just hope this isn't something like you go to Walmart and buy like an octocopter, because those propellers will not last on Titan.
They're just running over the nearest Sam's and buying a pallet just in case.
You see, now that would make more
We got a
sense why they're
backup
sending
plan.
7 of them.
We got backup plans B through X back there in the warehouse.
Not backup plans. They're just gonna launch all of them and see what they get.
A shotgun blast right at Titan.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's my
I give it
main
a
concern.
thumbs up.
Oh yeah, thumbs
I
up
like
for
it.
Faith, for sure.
Definitely thumbs up. Definitely thumbs up.
I wonder if they could use the quadcopters on Earth though, because it might have the octocopters. Sorry, the octocopters on Earth to install the highest weather station instead of sending people.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think so.
I don't know. Well, apparently some scientists did it instead of an octocopter. And they apparently decided that they were going to climb Mount Everest and install a new weather station. So now you can, I don't know, look up the weather on the top of Mount Everest for when you're going to go next?
Yeah, sure. I don't know. They took world's highest core sample at 8,000 meters.
26,000 freedom units.
Yes.
Yeah, so apparently they're trying to measure. They're at the 2 stations they install are at 26,000 feet and 27,000 feet, or 7,945 meters for everybody who doesn't like freedom units, and 8,430. So apparently they're using this to measure the global warming above 5,000 meters because there's so many people who live at that altitude. I'm imagining. So everybody who lives above 5,000 meters wants to know, is global warming impact me or not?
That makes sense.
I guess it's based off of them pulling the 24,000 pounds of trash from Everest.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the trash on Everest contributes to global warming.
Oh, yeah.
Probably
That's
like the
interesting.
most.
I don't think the death toll of 11 people this year contributed to the global warming, though.
It might have. I don't know. People fart a lot.
Especially after they die.
Their bodies decompose. Releases all the gases.
Those 11 bodies. Whew, tell you what. No, that's really, I don't know. That's interesting. I kind of wonder why. It's like let's put a couple of meters down at the bottom of the ocean and see what we see, kind of a thing.
That's a good question. What about the people who live like under the ocean, like 5,000 meters under the under sea level? Like, are we measuring the global warming on those people?
I mean, I think it's a good point to ask. I haven't met anybody from Atlantis, but maybe when we do, we should ask them if they want us to measure the effects of global warming on their city.
I mean, I wonder if they're also experiencing glacial ice melt at 5,000 meters under the ocean.
Yeah. Probably.
I think that we probably should have, instead of installing 2 of them on Everest, installed 1 on Everest and 1 in the
Mariana Trench.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with you there. The only problem I have with that is
we'd have to send James Cameron to do it.
That was exactly where I was going with that. We would have to send James Cameron to do it. And
the greatest pioneer.
The greatest pioneer. And I really don't think the world's ready for Cameronium, which is the time traveling fuel, right? Like we don't need to start time traveling just yet. So we don't need him going to the bottom of the ocean, is my point.
Wait, you time travel if you go to the bottom of the ocean?
No. That's where the fuel is for time travel.
Gotcha.
Haven't heard this theory?
Okay.
And James Cameron is the one who finds it. So
Cameronian, gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know. Thumbs up for curiosity.
I'm gonna give it a thumbs down because they didn't put one in the ocean. So
the storing was pretty boring to me.
Couldn't tell, Matt. Couldn't tell.
Would ebooks be a little bit more of your liking than Matt?
Mm-hmm.
What about losing your ebooks because you bought them on the Microsoft Store?
Boo!
So this apparently is for anybody who purchased some ebooks from the Microsoft Store. Good news, you really don't own those books, and they are going to get deleted.
Isn't that pretty accurate of the other services as well? Like Kindle and Nook and all that junk? Have they claimed that, like, so say one of them goes belly up, like, is there, I know there's like outside solutions to this problem, but like they would have no incentive to like allow you to get access to those books somehow. In fact, it would be, I assume, a licensing issue.
Huh.
So
that's a pretty good point. Now, I'd be pretty miffed if I spent money on something and it just got taken away.
I mean, I think that's you're probably right. This probably isn't unique to the Microsoft Store, but I think that this is probably the first one that has experienced this issue. So I think it's still a little fresh in people's minds if they just bought something last week, and sucks to be them.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I'm not sure if there's really anything
they're going to do anything about it.
Microsoft?
Yeah, I assume not. They're just like, LOL, like you're out of luck.
Well, they did say you're going to get a refund. I don't know if that means you're going to get a full refund for those books. I can't imagine that they would. But
what kind of investments have they made with the money that they and have they actually kept the investment in the black, or have they lost on those? I don't know of many Microsoft products that have gone belly up on investment in the last couple of years. Do you guys?
I mean, Microsoft doesn't have a lot of money, so I'm not sure that
Do you know of anything they failed at in the last 3 or 4 years?
Nothing.
Nothing. So, I don't know where they're getting that money to pay people back, but
I mean, yeah. So the bad news is though, I guess if you did spend money and you have to go rebuy that book, you may or may not be able to rebuy the book. I'm not really sure. I don't know. But they did say that the other issue is that if you made one of the things was you could make notes or annotations in the ebook, and apparently those are also going to go away. So if you made like I don't know notes about your thesis or something like that, and you're trying to save them for when you finish it 5 years from now, you're going to lose all those notes. But Microsoft is going to give you $25 for it, so that seems worth it.
Annotations are notes in your ebooks. Jeez Louise. That's where it's like, quick, go print now.
Like, I
Put it
wonder
on
how
paper.
is it $25 per book, or do you think it's $25 per annotation?
Merry Christmas. Here's a fucking gift card.
They'll give you $25 in Microsoft Store gift cards.
It's like going to grandma's. She's like, I did not ask for this.
Hmm.
Oh man, I always used to get a wind-up camera from my grandpa. I was like, cool, grandpa. Could have just saved up for a few years and gotten me a real camera. But $25.
So apparently, this is also going to happen this month. So
What? Yes. Quickly go and just print all of your ebooks with annotations.
yeah. So they said they didn't give a date on when it's going to happen. Hey, it's going to happen this month sometime.
Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous.
So I don't know. I think it's a pretty. It kind of sucks, but like Matt said, I mean, this is kind of the nature of owning ebooks is you don't really own it.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you go out and buy a book and it's sitting on your shelf, I mean, nobody could take it away unless your house burns down, I guess. But
Fahrenheit 451.
and the book's pretty hot. It actually set my house on fire once. Ouch.
Yeah, I think that this is a thumbs up for reminding people that they shouldn't just trust electronics.
I think it's maybe going to drive more people to buy some physical books. So I mean, I guess I'll give it a thumbs up for buying more books.
Thumbs up for paper. I don't like buying ebooks anyway.
I think this is a pretty raw deal.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
Pretty raw deal.
Let's
just say a lot of people would be pretty upset if Kindle shut down and did the same thing. So
oh yeah, there'd be riots in the streets.
Yeah, I love the part where they say, if you don't have a unexpired credit card on file, we'll just give you store credit.
No big deal.
So it didn't say whether you're going to get like money back per book.
You are getting money back per book, but it says a refund. So I'm not sure if that means you're getting the full price back.
Equivalent. I mean, refund would indicate that you're just getting whatever you put into it, basically.
Would be my assumption.
I mean, they're probably just they probably had so few people using it that they're just cutting their losses on like, we're going to axe it, like just set a pool of money aside to pay these people back for their books. Like,
yeah. It makes sense.
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs down. I don't like it. I mean, thumbs up for paying people back, though, I guess.
I mean, yeah. I guess.
Thumbs up for paper.
Actually, I think it'd be pretty cool if Microsoft just said, here's a Kindle and all the books. Go.
Yeah. There you go.
That's what they should do.
We took the liberty of transferring all of your annotations in your ebooks over to Kindle. Enjoy.
Well, anyway, we may not see another Kindle. We may also never see another iPad or Mac design from Johnny Ive. as Johnny Ive has now left Apple.
Uh-oh.
Is this the sign that Apple is doomed?
No. Ooh. Yes, it is a sign.
So Johnny Ive, who many people know as the designer of pretty much everything that you know of as Mac today, I would say.
Yeah.
I think his first thing was like the Mac. What were I think the colorful ones, right? The Apple Newton. Or was that? No, that was the Newton was that stupid Palm Pilot thing. Anyway, Johnny Ive designed a lot of things at Apple, including, I believe, the iPod, the new Macs, pretty much everything, the iPhones. I'm kind of curious by this because I would say, I don't know what your guys' feelings are, but I would say that the Apple design has kind of stagnated over the last handful of years. I would say that they haven't really come out with anything really revolutionary. Not like they did with the iPod or the iPhone, or I would even argue the unibody MacBooks. A lot of it's just been iteration. And is that because
is that a problem? Like, are they supposed to just be like coming out with a revolutionary new product like year over year?
Well, I would say that Apple has kind of positioned themselves that way, if not intentionally, unintentionally.
I mean, you're right. They haven't really reinvented any. I mean, laptops, aside from getting smaller and faster and more powerful and longer battery life, haven't really been revolutionized or changed. Like, I mean, the last time Apple completely flipped the game on its head was arguably the iPhone. Like, maybe you could argue the watch, but like,
I would argue that the MacBook Air and the unibody Macs were probably the latest.
is that post? I don't remember when the iPhone came out. Is that post iPhone or pre?
Yeah, it was post iPhone because iPhone was like 2006, 2007.
Oh, okay, that was way earlier than I thought. So then, yeah, it would be like the unibody, like solid machine to block
Yeah.
machines.
So
But like, I just consider that further down the laptop path. The phone thing was just like, bam, like smartphone, motherfucker. Like,
They did do a pretty good job of just stepping into the game.
but I wonder if this, is this to that point though? I get you think that it's kind of the same thing over and over, and what else can you really do? But I would say in terms of laptops, I mean the Windows PC makers have, I'd say, done more in the last handful of years than Apple has been doing.
like
Convertible tablet computers.
I mean, I guess if you consider that a plus, like for the most part, I don't really want that.
I mean, yes, you have to want that.
Yeah.
For the people who don't need that, I don't think that's as big of a deal. But I would say that's
Sure, and definitely Apple does not make one of those.
right.
I mean, the Apple argument there is they make a fairly powerful iPad that can be used as a mobile tablet convertible kind of device. We specify those all the time for like control systems stuff.
Yeah, but I would say even the iPad isn't really revolutionary. They just took the iPhone design and said, make it bigger.
Yeah.
So my question, what I'm getting to is, my question is, was Johnny Ive, I find this hard to believe, but was Johnny Ive the reason for no design innovation, or do you think it was somebody else? And that's why he's leaving. So is he leaving because he got kicked out, or is he leaving because nobody would let him create?
I don't know enough about it or about him to make any.
Well, let's wildly speculate like we normally do.
I think that he created some amazing designs and kind of changed the approach to a handful of things. And then when I'm making enough money, I'm not going to draw any new pictures. So you guys just take what I've got and extrapolate. And then they finally said, guess what? Unless you draw some new pretty pictures for us, you're gone. So he's gone.
See, I that was my initial thought, but I kind of have the feeling that I bet Johnny Ive has other ideas, and I bet that Apple's like, nope, this is our thing now. Like, we got a good thing going, we got good Macs, we're just going to keep the same design. And
Or he's an investment, a big kind of investment kind of guy. So he did his time with Apple and started to come up and think about a lot of other cool things to do, but then went, this isn't Apple stuff. I'm going to do my time at Apple and then go work for someone else and sell them my ideas.
well, see, but that's the thing is that he's not. So the second half of this is he left Apple, but he's not leaving for another company. He's actually going to go start his own design firm.
See?
So he's
Maybe
still
not
going to be
another
actually.
company, but he's got plenty of ideas.
Yeah, so that's why I think that he didn't leave because he was the issue. I think he's like, I got ideas and Apple's not letting him do it. And so he's like, I'm going to go start my own thing. And hey, Apple, if you want me to help you design more stuff, you can call me up and pay me $10 million. And if not, I'm going to go do my own thing. I'm going to go work with Target. I don't know.
The new Target pad. Target laptop. Wait. The Target. That's what they're going to call it. The Target.
The Target. So I don't know. I think it's an interesting. It's unfortunate to see them split, but because I think that Johnny Ives had obviously a very good run at Apple, but it would be interesting to see what he does next.
Nope.
And I hope it's better than a. I hope it's better than a $1,000 stand for a computer monitor. So.
Thumbs up for Apple losing a good designer.
That makes a lot of sense.
I'm gonna give Johnny Ive a thumbs up, and I hope that he comes and designs my next house.
Thumbs up for getting his entrepreneurial spirit out there.
There you go.
Stretching your legs, do your own thing, Johnny.
Go show us what you got.
And be healthy.
Make us proud.
Focus on yourself, man.
Well, maybe sometimes people get too focused on themselves and they end up getting stuck in a mud pit.
Oh gosh, that's too fun.
So apparently this is just in another long stream of GPS driver fails. People in Colorado apparently followed their GPS down a road that was closed, and turns out it was a giant mud pit. And they got stuck.
Were there like indications that it was closed?
Blindly following Google Maps.
So they were following. Okay, so they thought there was a crash on one of the main streets in Denver, and so Google Maps suggested a detour to many of the drivers trying to get to flights or pick up arriving travelers. I thought maybe somebody says I thought there was maybe a detour. Pulled it up on Google Maps, and it gave me a detour that took them down a dirt road and ended up getting stuck.
They thought, we're in a Prius. What could be wrong with this?
So it sounds like it was a real road and it would have worked, but the problem was it was a dirt road and it had just rained and it just was impassable at that point in time. And people just did not pay attention that they couldn't drive that way. But apparently 100 people did it because they said about 100 cars took the detour and ended up being stuck.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I would look at all the cars going down the dirt road and go, I am not going that way.
Like, I don't understand.
These people are obviously from the city. Obviously from the city. There's zero doubts about that.
I mean, the funny thing is that like people are blaming Google Maps. Like, why did Google Maps send us down this road? Like,
I mean,
because it thought you weren't an idiot.
Google Maps told me the other day to walk 4 blocks and 3 avenues up to get to a train to go to where I needed to go, when all I had to do was go 1 block and 1 avenue to get to a train to go where I needed to go. So I think Google Maps was calling me fat. Like, you need to walk a few extra steps to get there.
maybe.
I'm just saying. Maybe they were picking on these people particularly because they needed to get out of their car and pushed out of a mud pit. Maybe not. But Google Maps has their own reasons, so trust them or not trust them.
Yeah, that's a good point. If people were on this road to try and get to the airport, my bet is they were probably already late, and Google Maps said, "Ha, screw you all. You're never gonna make this late."
Evil jokes. I mean, come on. This is like I mean, this is the stuff that we growing up in the Midwest with some kind of common sense would have gone, yeah, no, that's the wrong way to go.
I mean, I've been in. I get Google Maps can account for weather. I mean, I've been in situations where it has taken me on roads where they've been flooded out after raining, but I also was, watching the road and was like, oh my God, I probably should stop before I end up in a river.
Yeah. Or, been raining a lot lately. This road floods this time of year if it rains too much. Maybe I should exit now to the high off-road just in case. Just in case. Because I pay attention to my surroundings. Good.
I just think it's funny. I think I don't. People just need to pay attention to what they're doing, I guess. And
Thumbs up to Google Map pranks.
The thing that I'm curious about though is because Google Maps knows traffic, right? Like, did it know that this other road was so backed up that it started directing people to yet another road? Because I think that would be pretty hilarious.
Another mud pit.
Yeah.
the Google Maps fail.
I give it a thumbs up for playing pranks. Why not?
Yeah.
There's a thumbs down for big technology failure.
What's not a technology failure is turning a Tesla Model 3 into a pickup truck.
Oh, that's
why
awesome.
is something from June 18th in our list of shit that we're talking about?
Because awesome. I sent this out 2 weeks ago or a week ago.
It was for anybody that knows the Shitty Robots woman on YouTube, Simone. Is it Gertz? I don't know how to pronounce her last name exactly, but she's pretty fantastic. And she made a Tesla truck, and it's awesome with the help of Rich Rebuilds, who's a pretty big Tesla repair guy, YouTube channel, and I cannot remember the third person that was there. I think it was
actually
like
Marco Ramirez.
It was like some Swedish or Norwegian woman or something, wasn't it? Or German maybe.
Laura Kampf.
Yeah.
Richard Benoit.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It looks better from the backside than the front. But I say that about a lot of things.
I don't know if you guys watched the video, but I actually watched the video of him doing the work.
Yep.
And so there's two things that I think the end result looks pretty cool on the outside, except that the back window is literally just like the back window from a Ford pickup truck, and they kind of glued it into place.
Mm-hmm.
And the interior looks like butt yet.
In what way?
They did all the panels are still off.
Oh.
If you watch the video in the end, you can see like on the A pillar that there's no trim.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then the bed of the truck is just like some random sheet metal. So the thing is, I can't imagine that this thing actually works very well as a pickup truck.
I don't know.
But I love the idea. So if you don't want to wait for Tesla to come out with their own pickup truck, go ahead and make your own.
I mean, it's, even if you're not into the result, it's like a neat maker thing, right? Like watching people tear down shit and put it back together the way they want is interesting, even if you're not into the product.
Yeah, it's pretty funny when they actually talk about some of the issues that they ran into and stuff like that. So it is pretty cool to watch.
Has Tesla figured out how to do add a charger foot, make contact with a road like on a charging strip yet?
Say that again?
So they were starting to do Route 66 has a lot of kind of experimental things. They've got like solar panel paths that power all of the stations along Route 66, and it's like the walkways are these solar panels. that you can walk on. And then they started to add like a charging strip in the middle of the road that a foot touches down to
Yep.
and charges electric vehicles. And I just didn't know if Tesla had, like, the idea is that it's meant for like semis. You can get electric semis. Since that's the main source of traffic in this nation on highways is semi traffic.
Yeah, no, I don't think Tesla's done anything like that.
No, I feel like we've talked about this on the council.
I feel like we have two. I
before,
remember the foot thing.
but I think it was in like Sweden or Denmark or something like that they were doing it. And I think Tesla was like, "Yeah, no, we're not doing that."
It'd be really cool because then you could have a Tesla pickup truck that could actually haul something cross country. That'd be pretty
Would it
cool.
be? I wonder if it'd be like the third rail on trams. Like, if you touched it, would you just die?
Oh, probably.
Man, I hope
Most
so.
definitely.
That would.
I give it a thumbs up for her
awesome.
doing all the work.
Oh, yeah,
and
thumbs up
putting together a
for-
video. That's pretty awesome.
Thumbs up for getting it together and getting more people involved and stuff. Like, I mean, it made sense to pull Rich in because he knows a ton about the Teslas and tearing them down and stuff.
Cool.
I think it's cool. I just still haven't, I don't know, picked up the Tesla Kick. Like, they're cool. It'd probably be cool to drive one, but I'm still not sold on owning one. Matt, can you sell me?
No.
All right.
I mean, I'm pretty sold on owning it right up until if I get like T-boned and it has to go into the shop for like 6 months because they can't get body panels, like that'll be like probably oh my God, why the hell? Like, I'm really sad to own this thing. But like, it's great right now. The stuff that I've needed, like I needed some trim pieces replaced. They're installed wrong from the factory or whatever, and they just sent the service guy to me. He just came out. I was at work. I unlocked it for him while I was at work, and he fixed it, and he headed out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pretty cool.
People always ask me what I think of whatever car I have, and I always say, ask me in 6 months.
Yeah, I mean, I've only had it like a month and a half, so it's really hard to. But I owned a Volt for 4 years before this, so.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I was doing most of my commuting on electric anyway. It's just It's completely electric now.
Gotcha.
So as far as electric cars go, like, I mean, there's not really any surprises there. It's just a more performant, more technologically advanced version. And, Volvo and Volkswagen and Honda are all bringing their versions in the next couple of years.
I heard Subaru is supposed to have a hybrid or all electric something coming out too.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think they said who they were working with, but I don't remember who it was.
Interesting. All right. Well,
let's move on to our Elon Musk pitches for the week.
Oh, man.
I'll go first. I'm going to say, we talked about sending drones and octocopters to Titan. And because I'm so confused about it, I think that Elon Musk should make drones for Mars, but they should be Tesla pickup trucks.
What? All right.
Yeah, that's cool.
So they can drive around on Mars, go a lot faster. I mean, he could launch them like on his rocket ship, like he did with his Model S. I think that'd work.
Yeah, why not? I'm
you
game.
have little
Thumbs
people
up.
in there that drive them around.
Absolutely. And the people thing's a little. There should probably be robots driving those things. I'm just,
Nah, people.
Robots don't seem to get stuck anywhere on Mars. Probably should keep the people out of them.
All right.
Thumbs up.
What do you got,
Matt?
And I got nothing.
Still working on it.
I really don't like this segment.
Matt's philosophy is to have Elon Musk tell us to change the segment.
This is going to be the one thing he responds to. Yes. Change this.
Be like, man, this Matt guy's onto something.
It's going to be the one tweet back we get from him. Please stop tweeting me.
All right, you got anything, Logan?
Yeah, I want him to put weather sensors down 6,000 meters under the sea.
6,000 meters under the sea. All right. And what would he do with it? What is he measuring? Just weather?
Global warming effects on that
All right.
depth of the ocean. I mean, we're doing it at Everest. We might as well
measure ice melt at bottom of ocean. Gotcha.
Why not, right?
I give it a thumbs up. Like I said, I think if we're going to put them on the top, we might as well put them on the bottom. I think we know more about Mount Everest than we do the bottom of the ocean, or so I'm told. So, seems to make sense.
Yep. If only we could pick the water up.
If only we could get all of the ice from the bottom of the ocean. That'd be pretty cool. All right. Well, I think with that, we're going to call this council meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We do record and stream this podcast live on Tuesday nights on YouTube. But if you liked what you saw and want to check out all of our past episodes, you can go to CouncilCast.org. You can also find the audio files on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher. And if you have a topic you would like the council's decision on, you can email us at councilcast@gmail.com or connect with us on Twitter @RealCouncilCast. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.
Goodbye.